One of the greatest miracles in world history is the miracle of Hanukkah. Rabim biyad Ma'atim, a ragtag group of young elite, essentially, doing battle with one of the greatest armies known to mankind, the Greek army at the time, at the pinnacle of the Greek Empire. It wasn't guerrilla warfare, it was on a battlefield. And yet, the Ma'atim prevailed. And it's perplexing. Why don't we find a mitzvah that commemorates this great nace? We find a mitzvah of Ner Chanukah. Ner Chanukah is to commemorate the nace of the Pach Shemen, the oil that burned for 8 days. There doesn't seem to be any mitzvah that commemorates the incredible miracle of Rabim biyad Ma'atim. Or so it would seem. In fact, the Chavas Yair in Mekar Chaim says that the mitzvah of Adlakas Ner Chanukah is not just the mitzvah to light the neiros. One of the fundamentals of the mitzvah is to stare at the neiros and to look at them for a half hour and to rejoice with those neiros. And he says that's what the tefillah means when it says, Ve'ein lanu rishus lehishtamesh bohem ella l'roisam bilvad. You're meant to look. We find in the Gemara a Birchas Haraya, a bracha on somebody who sees Ner Chanukah. So the eye plays a central role in Chanukah, in Ner Chanukah, in the mitzvah of Hadlakas HaMenorah. What is the eye? The Ibn Ezra in the beginning of Chumash Shemais says that the eye is the Sha'ar HaShamayim. He says in contrast to all other limbs of the body, the mouth, the hands, the nose, even the ears, the eye takes in everything. A person who's flying on an airplane, who's on the top of a mountain, can see an enormous expanse and can take an enormous amount in all at once through that tiny little eye. The eye is a davar mu'at. It's a tiny thing. But the eye is constantly tempted by the Rabim, by the world around us. We, wherever we live, are constantly tempted. We are bombarded by an onslaught of external things that are demanding our attention, that are begging for our attention, that are pleading for us to look. We walk down the street, we go to a simcha, we're in the supermarket, we're driving down the street, we go on vacation, wherever a person may be, there's a Rabim that's always looking to overcome that tiny little eye. And that Rabim can enter the eye, and it can enter an individual's Sha'ar HaShamayim. When we look at those neiros on Chanukah, we are demonstrating that this eye is conquering the Ma'atim, the Ma'at, this tiny little eye, is conquering all of those temptations around it. And I am going to focus, this eye will focus on the Kedusha of the neiros. And that commemorates the victory, a Yid's victory, a Yid being able to control himself in the face of an Asayan and to tell himself, I am going to overcome this Rabim. I am going to close my eye. I'm going to turn away. I'm going to conquer the Rabim. That is the greatest commemoration to the Rabim biyad Ma'atim of the Nes of Chanukah. Chanukah commemorates every individual Yid's battle with his Yetzer Hara in Golus. The next time you're encountered by something, the next time you're tempted, remind yourself, Rabim biyad Ma'atim is the secret to Klal Yisrael's success throughout the generations.